34 frags and 8 deaths. How is it even possible to have a game quite like this, but also still find a way to lose? You've probably seen it several times on social media, especially on Twitter, where someone says, oh my god, I've got this amount of kills, and we still found a way to lose. And it's just like, man, I hate everything. This has never personally happened to me before until today, and I finally understand. So I figured it'll be a really fun thing to do, just to talk about it and just show you guys the game, just to show you what is actually happening in a game like this. So if you do enjoy this video, make sure, of course, like the video and also subscribe to the channel, especially for more Splatoon content quite like this and various other things about Splatoon, because I think you guys would quite enjoy it. Either way, let's get into it, because there's a lot to talk about within this specific game. Right, so I need to give you guys a little bit of context on why this specific game was recorded in the first place. So I make this series, if you haven't seen before, called the Squid Punisher Challenge, and I usually do those episodes in a full fresh series. I started the game and noticed that I had 3 wins, so I was just like, okay, I need to clear this out just so that I can get ready for the next episode for the Squid Punisher Challenge. Let's just win 2 games really quick. This is one of the games that didn't go as planned, because I lost this game and I got 34 kills and 8 deaths. Why? Well, you're gonna see right now. Also, as we get things going, if you guys want to see my full, I guess, uncensored reaction or just raw gameplay, and you don't want to hear me yap about the game as it's going on, I've made a alternative video for this on my second channel, where you can just basically see my reaction in real time about what was going on, because I didn't say much, but I was saying a couple of things that was just like, whoa, this is not, you don't really normally see me like that. But either way, let's get into it. Let's just see what happens in this game. So just to talk about it, just to, I guess, get things started, just to commentate. I have a splatter shot, because I thought it was just like, okay, it's just, I don't have to think of it. I also have a Lunar Blaster, and I also have 2 backlines, an E-liter and a Hydra Splatling. That's cool and all, but E-liter and Hydra Splatling on a game where it's Clan Blitz, and having a backline in Clan Blitz is not I guess the most necessary thing, but having 2 is really, really harsh. So basically, in my mind, I have 2 backlines on clams. Whenever this happens, and I'm using like a close range weapon like the Splatter Shot, I'm thinking, okay, I need to be the one that I need to make sure I stay alive, because I'm going to be kind of one of those things, or one of those weapons that can really help us initiate. But at the same time, I can't die. If I die, then it's going to basically free up so much map control for the enemy team, which of course I died at the first time, and we lost, like, we're already at our base because we're not going to be really moving that much. One other thing that I also going to mention too, I also have a Lunar Blaster. And it's not that I hate the Lunar Blaster, I don't mind having a Lunar Blaster, but in a composition like this where we have 2 backlines much like the E-liter and Hydra, it's like, who's going to be the thing that's going to be able to paint for them? It's going to have to be me. I'm the Splatter Shot. I'm going to have to paint. I'm also going to have to try and frag. I'm also going to try to have to initiate with Trizuka as well. Now, one thing I'm also going to mention, which I definitely did not do well in this game, my Trizukas are not good in this game. Not good at all. They're just it could be so much better, right? It could be so much better, but either way, a Hydra and E-liter, respectively, are going to be playing back. They're not in terrible positions, I would say. They're definitely not in terrible positions. They're always splitting apart, which is actually perfect. It's like, if we do have 2 backlines, I want them to split apart as much as possible. Because it's not that great to be able to, like, have, like, it's not great at all to, what's it called? Actually, I'm gonna pause the video though. It's not great at all to have an E-liter and like well, basically 2 backlines be standing on top of each other, because if that's happening, it's just like, okay, what are we really doing? But let me just rewind a little bit, just because you probably noticed, like, okay, this is probably a part of the game where we probably could have, like, won, but we didn't. We didn't, and it really makes me sad, because a wipeout like this, we're holding 6 clams. How don't we score? How are we not scoring at this point in time? I'm already in their base, like, it's just, like, I can't go any further. There should have been a point of time where, like, this definitely wasn't me, where my people could have picked up some clams, made a power clam, and then scored, but we didn't do that. Like, at that point, we definitely should be doing that. That's my fault for my team. Like, I can explain my own faults, is where, like, okay, I could have gotten some better Trizukas or anything like that, but major fault with my team is that that was one of the points where we definitely could have won. So, okay, we're going to have to play it again. We're going to have to play a neutral. That's perfectly fine. We're just going to continue the game as it is right now. And I'm going to try to do my best to not die. Oh, nice little cancel there, I would like to say. Very, very nice cancel. This is another point where we could win. If someone helps me with this roller, we got Wiper again. And I'm already here. My Trizuka is not good. So that's my fault. My Trizuka is not good. But, I mean, I think at this point, it was just a matter of just building up a power clan, which we didn't do. Someone's already holding 5 clans. Actually, 2 people on my team are holding 5 clans. So I'm just like, okay, this is a perfect point of where we can push up. Unfortunately, we're pushing up. We lose a power clan. And not much really goes on here. Not really, basically not really a lot goes on here. Like, you can score right there. What is happening here? What is happening here? My guy goes in, he goes away from the power basket. We just don't score at all. So I'm just like, okay. It is what it is. We're going to have to, I mean, we got neutral within their control this time, or in our control. And we've basically got them in their base. So at this point, it's just a matter of just getting me, giving myself 4 power clams, or 4 clams in general. And then we can win. Unfortunately, I don't do that. This is my fault. I didn't spot the Lunar at first, and I didn't know exactly where they were. So I pushed in, assuming that they didn't know, no one saw me coming through here, but I should have been more vigilant about that. So that's my bad there. It is what it is. So at this point, as you can see, things get a little bit dire. It's like 50 seconds left. And I'm just like, okay, I'm not trying to lose this game, so I'm going to have to play more defensively because it's going to take one breakthrough, and we can't afford like anything at this point. It's going to take one breakthrough for their team just to be able to go in. So like basically, if anyone dies, I feel like the mentality of the other team is going to be like, okay, let's rush. And especially since they have so many more power clans than us, it's just going to be like, yeah, that's definitely going to happen. This was a much better Zuka, I must say. And I gained quite a bit of control. I just try not to get sniped. And I just try to keep the control and make sure that my teammates are like kind of walking with me. This Daffles, I have to say, just continues to run past us, or try to run past us and act like they aren't being seen. And they get taken out, at least, I mean, maybe 3 times by myself, just happening. So I'm just trying to keep control. I'm not trying to do anything too crazy. I'm not risking anything. I'm just trying to hold control, and hopefully my teammates got my back, so we can actually get this. This is a perfect point again, where we can win the game. We can win the game here, but unfortunately, I think I died to a bomb? A Carling bomb? And then we lose 2 more people. Basically, the roller basically stops the entire push. Single-handedly. So it's just like, okay. I guess we have to neutral again. I guess we have to neutral again. It is what it is. So I take out one. I take out the Dapples that acts like that we can't see them, but I definitely can. And it's just a matter, again, just like, usually in situations like that, everyone's a lot more tense, but I try to be just calm about it. Just like, okay, let's just try and take out one. Let's just take it easy. Just don't do anything super silly, because like, I know for a fact, like, if I die, like I said before, if I get taken out, the whole game is just going to crumble. The whole game is going to crumble. And I do, like, I think it's this point on, I do exactly that. I just chill. I got 2 perfect Trizuka kills, and I'm able to clear it out. I get sniped, but it's okay since it's already 2 down. So it's just like, okay, the other 2, I'm just going to spawn in, and we're going to get control here, which is perfectly fine. Good. Right. We continue on. It's like a minute 30 into this overtime. We have man advantage here. We're losing a bit of paint, so I'm kind of worried about losing more paint. So I just try to hold on, and I can't push up right now. It's just not this. It's not a good point to be able to do that. And we don't have any other specials to be able to push up. Like, I mean, we do have this Booyah Bomb that we could definitely use for an entry, but my Hydra's not using it, and my people are getting picked off. So I have to play more defensive. I have to stay here, because if I don't stay here, we're gonna lose the game. That Booyah Bomb does absolutely nothing. Well, actually, no, it doesn't. It makes it actually stalls out the power climb. I actually see the philosophy on that, but it stalls out the power climb so that the enemy team don't quickly rush it already. I'm holding a power climb, and that's the last thing I want to hold, because I need to be able to move up. And if I have a power climb, it's just going to make it so much harder for me to do that, so I have to throw it back. I have to continue defending. This is literally what I have to do. I just have to continue defending and literally just like try and do my best to stop all these power clamps because they have so many. So like literally everyone on that team can literally like basically just have some sort of opportunity to win. So yeah, literally I try and get another Zuka. The Zuka's not good. I could have done a little bit better there. I try to survive. I take the Resider out and it's just kind of sad. It's just kind of sad. Like, the time is just running out. I get taken out again by the thing. There are several times where we could have won this game. There are several times where we could have won this game. But at the end of the day, it was just, it just didn't happen. Like, games like this happen. Unfortunately, we lose. And not because they scored. I think it's actually because they made more power clamps. I think there's a thing in the game in terms of clamp. It's not depending on like which team is alpha or which team is bravo. It's actually been proven that if a team has more power clamps than you, then they have the possibility to win if no one has scored. And in this case, the other team had more power clamps, or had made more power clamps, so they were able to win that. Which is very, very unfortunate. I went 34-8. It's like my highest kill Splattershot game. And I still found a way to lose. And, you know, I said my wrongs, but like, there were definitely many times where we definitely could have won. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Like, of course, there are games that are like this that will happen. And maybe you might be in the same position as me. And you're just gonna have to learn to live with it. It is what it is. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not even really mad about this game. It's just funny. To be honest, it's actually just funny that how things like this can happen. And like, you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Like, there were many ways, of course, like I said, we could have won. It just did not come to be. So, like I said again, if you want to hear my full raw reaction of it, of how this game even happened, it's on my second channel. Make sure to subscribe to my second channel as well, because I have a lot of thoughts, and like, if you just want to hear my raw reaction on things and just how I feel if somebody asks me a question about some stuff, it's on that channel. And I think there's a lot of good content that you guys could actually like look at within that channel too. So yeah, either way, I appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, of course, subscribe to this channel because I upload a bunch of Splatoon stuff and many different kinds of stuff. And I felt like this would be good for the main channel too. So yeah, leave your thoughts in this comment section below. How do I feel? I feel good. How do you feel watching this? Let me know. Either way, I'll see you guys in the next video.